On tonight's Michiana Unsolved, it's been 3 years since a Stark County man was brutally murdered, and his killer is still out there. 27-year-old Nicholas Rudd was chased down and stabbed to death in July of 2020. Tonight, Michiana Crime Stoppers is releasing new details about that night, and I spoke with Nicholas's mother, who made a promise that she'd find her son's killer.
He had a wonderful smile. That's the one thing that I think about when I think about him.
Michelle Rudd can only see her son Nick's smile in photos.
It's him when he was a little boy.
And dreams now.
When I did dream about him, and it was a wonderful dream, it was so real that when I woke up, I realized that it was just a dream, so that was kind of hard, to realize, yes, I saw him and I had, I got to hug him and everything, but when I woke up, I realized that he was still gone.
It's been 3 years since Nicholas was brutally murdered, and his killer has never been found.
He was 27 years old and had so much life ahead of him, and they robbed his children, they robbed me, they robbed his brother and his sister, and all of his family and friends.
July 20th, 2020, around 3:30 a.m., a 911 call came from a resident in the 100 block of North CR 1025 East in Knox. The caller said that Nicholas had come to the residence asking for help and that he was profusely bleeding from his neck. Sadly, soon after that 911 call was made, Nicholas died from his injuries. Michiana Crime Stoppers is releasing this photo of the suspect and new details about the investigation.
There was a male suspect that was seen kicking in the door to the house where Nicholas was staying, and that it appears as if the suspect was armed with a hammer and some type of a bladed object. The suspect is able to gain entry into the house that Nicholas had been staying in. We see Nicholas then run out of that house. He's being chased, and that he is running towards the direction of the house that he went to call, where they called 911.
Here's a still shot of the surveillance video showing the suspect. It's an image Nicholas's mother thinks about often.
You see that person, you see that picture, and that's the person, that did it. And yet you still have no answers. It's beyond frustrating, it really is.
But she's not giving up on finding who killed her son, and neither are investigators.
I just keep praying that we will find out who did it. I know it's never going to take the pain away. It's never going to erase what happened, but I promised him that I would find out who did this, and that is the one last thing that I can do for him.
And once again, take a good look at this suspect, his facial features, anything you can focus on. Nicholas and his family deserve justice. If your anonymous tip, by the way, leads to the solving of this case or an arrest, you are eligible for a $2,500 cash reward. You could call them at 574-2888-STOP, or you can always submit a tip online.
It's a remarkably clear picture, too. Hopefully someone knows who that is.